President Trump also taking shots at the judiciary on Sunday after a federal judge blocked Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency, better known as DOGE, from accessing the Treasury Department's payment system. President Trump calling the decision crazy. That coming as two judges are set to weigh in on birthright citizenship and the White House's buyout offer to millions of federal workers. NewsNation's Alina Shirazi is in Washington with the latest this morning. Alina, what more do we know about today's hearing on all these buyout offers?
Markie, good morning. Later today, we know a federal judge will hear over arguments about the legality of the Trump administration's buyout offer to millions of federal employees. That lawsuit brought by the unions alleges that this buyout offer is unconstitutional and that this should be up to Congress, not the executive branch, aka the president. The buyouts offer workers nearly months of pay and benefits to leave their government jobs. So far, we've reached out to the White House. More than 65,000 workers have signed up for this. Musk says the reductions could result in $100 billion in savings, and that is based off of the average government salary, which is somewhere around 6 figures. The president speaking late Sunday about DOGE's efforts to cut spending and change the landscape of the federal workforce, also criticizing a judge who is restricting their access to the Treasury Department payment system. Here is the president on that.
We're very disappointed with the judges that would make such a ruling, but we have a long way to go. We have to find all of the fraud that's going on. We have tremendous fraud, tremendous waste, and tremendous abuse, and theft, by the way. And the day you're not allowed to look for theft and fraud, etc., then we don't have much of a country. So no judge should frankly be allowed to make that kind of a decision. It's a disgrace.
And early this morning on X, Elon Musk, we saw doubling down, saying it's time to impeach federal judges. And Markie, this morning, Musk also accusing FEMA of sending $59 million to luxury hotels housing illegal immigrants last week, saying that DOGE will work to get back all of those funds, which he says were illegally spent. Markie.
And Alina, also a big hearing today on birthright citizenship in New Hampshire. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so another case here, just hours from now, we know a fourth federal judge will hear arguments against Trump's executive order to ban birthright citizenship. The ACLU of New Hampshire did file a lawsuit calling for a judge to block it. They are arguing the order violates the 14th Amendment, it endangers newborn babies, and essentially goes against core American values. 22 states and several organizations have banded together to challenge this order in cases across the country. Today's hearing comes after similar hearings in Boston, Maryland, and Seattle, where two of those judges issued indefinite injunctions against the policy change, calling it unconstitutional. And another hearing is scheduled for Friday in Massachusetts, where another 18 states are also challenging the order.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.